After all the Pikmin Bloom events over the years, there was finally one taking place in our own region, the northern part of Japan called Tohoku. The second Pikmin Bloom Journey was held in Sendai City, about a 4-hour drive away from Akita Prefecture. Due to its proximity, our best Pikmin friend, Take-san, was finally able to join us for his first Pikmin Bloom live event. With more special spots, more exclusive decor Pikmin, and more bonuses than ever before, it was set to be the best Pikmin Bloom event Niantic has ever put on. Let's just say, neither one of us could contain our excitement. As you may know by now, there are small Pikmin Bloom events called mini-walks, and medium events called tours, but the biggest and best live events come in the form of journeys. Last year's Tokyo Dome journey set the bar extremely high, and yet somehow, Sendai raised it even higher. Journeys are paid ticketed events based on a first-come first-served basis, so no need to endure the random drawings that have become a staple of Pikmin Bloom tours. This event took place from Saturday, September 20th to Sunday, September 21st. Usually, you only had the option to choose a single day to participate. That's still true to a degree. You still had to choose a main day for the gift distribution, complete the special missions, and to swipe the special spots, which, by the way, there were an incredible 19 of in total this year, 3 more than Tokyo Dome had. But for the very first time, some features could actually be enjoyed across both days if you bought the active 2-day option for 850 yen. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to purchase our tickets through the local events hub for 2,300 yen each, the same cost as last year. We all chose Saturday as our main day and 10 AM to receive our gifts at the main venue.
Even if you couldn't attend in person, the Challenge Anywhere returns once again for 2025, bringing some of the fun of the live event to players anywhere in the world. We will be covering this in a separate video to compare the differences between the 2 events. But the good news is that this time, it takes place only 1 week after the Sendai journey, whereas last year, there was a 2-week gap.
All ticket holders received a pop-up on the Wednesday morning before the journey. First, the newly designed Pikmin Bloom Journey Sendai hoodie was gifted, shimmering green with the event logo on it. After that, players could choose a special type of sun visor costume for their Mii, but only one. Since we each had already obtained 2 from the Tokyo Dome Journey event and its Challenge Anywhere counterpart last year, this was our 3rd choice of sun visor. I decided to go with the blue visor while Janny chose yellow. With our Miis decked out in their latest gear, let's see what kind of missions there were to do this time.
First, the big one. Last year, we journeyed around Tokyo Dome on a quest to help the red Pikmin find its lost rosette decor. It was so much fun reading the dialogue at each spot as we got closer and closer to finding the lost item. This time, the quest requires us to get the gourmet yellow Pikmin or rosette decor, the first of 3 exclusive Pikmin as part of this event. To do so, we had to visit special spots to feed it the nectar it was craving. As soon as the event went live on Saturday morning, we unlocked the special quest by receiving a gold seedling yellow and a single-use slot to grow it right away. Although be warned, if you have all 6 slots filled with huge seedlings, you might find yourself in trouble.
From the moment the special seedling is plucked, the quest begins. Suddenly, all 19 special spots appeared on the map along with the 3 usual special missions. First, players who visited any 10 of the 19 total spots were rewarded with the very special Pikmin Bloom Journey Sendai 2025 badge. Swiping a special spot would give players a decor Pikmin representing the location with a wide range from mountain to shrines and temples to train station. Among them was the second exclusive Pikmin of the event, the brand new photo button decor, which could be found at 2 locations, Jozenji-dori Zelkova Avenue and the bust of Date Masamune. In addition, specially designed journey postcards were brought back again this time, featuring the Zelkova Tree Avenue, a famous landmark of Sendai which is lined with Japanese elm trees. All postcards found during the event would come with this design, whether or not they originated from a special spot. Finally, players would receive either 30, 40, or 50 red Cosmos Nectar at random to help out with the next mission.
By planting 3,000 red Cosmos, players could unlock a gold seedling that would become a gold present sticker winged Pikmin, the 3rd and final exclusive Pikmin related to this event. That is, until the upcoming Pikmin Bloom Tour Kaohsiung in Taiwan, where it will be available again. With the winged Pikmin's debut, all that remains is Rocky Boy to complete this decor set, perhaps sometime next spring? The final mission was to walk 7,000 steps, an easy feat given the size of the event zone. Doing so unlocked a gold seedling for a white present sticker Pikmin. The labels for each have Pikmin Bloom Journey Sendai on them.
Next, let's talk about the completely brand new content this time. Niantic has added a new type of festival mushroom that only ticket holders can join. Bullhorns can't be used, but the mushroom has an unlimited number of free slots, so mushroom tickets don't need to be used unless you want to participate in more than your 3 daily free tries. A rare mystery box is guaranteed from destroying these mushrooms. This time, the reward was for the September event, which means there was a possibility to get a Mahjong tile seedling along with some moonlit lanterns. But be warned, you aren't able to pull your Pikmin out of a festival mushroom battle once it has started, so don't accidentally lock away an important Pikmin.
Now about the active 2-day ticket. First, players with this upgrade could battle festival mushrooms across both days, bringing the total to 6 free tries in all, plus more by using mushroom tickets. Next, all postcards received would come with special journey designs over both days. Finally, there were some mechanical bonuses impacting different aspects of the game. Seedling growth speed was doubled, which stacked with a flower planting bonus, bringing the max total to an incredible 160%. Normally, it would cost 150 petals to receive a postcard from a big flower if it's not in bloom, and 80 if it is. This cost was halved to 75 petals and 40 petals respectively.
Perhaps the single most useful of all the bonuses was the detector buff. Each time you use the detector, it would find 4 to 8 fruits or seedlings. Of those, 2 would always be seedlings. This is extremely useful for finding new decor. If you were able to isolate the one you needed, you would be guaranteed at least 2 seedlings from using the detector. Whether it's hunting for the Japan-locked fortune decor, grinding for rare decor points, or just coming across a set that's hard to find, this upgrade was a great way to work on the decor catalog. By the way, all of these bonuses could be enjoyed outside of the event zone anywhere in the world, so long as it was during the weekend in Japan's time zone. Unfortunately, the special spots remained unaffected by the 2-day pass, so you could only get 1 seedling from each. And these bonuses weren't available at all for the Challenge Anywhere event, so the only way to get these benefits remotely would be if a player were to purchase a Sendai ticket and the upgraded 2-day pass, with no intention of actually attending the event in person. Which, I mean, the buffs were quite good, but that's a lot of money. Although the AR photo booth and Mushroom Balloon are making a return from the last journey, there are some all-new photo spots and other things to see this time around. So what are we waiting for? Let's move on over to the 3 Pikmin amigos who are waiting for us live on site. Take it away, Gianni.
Hello, today is Saturday, September 20th, and we are not live whatsoever from Sendai City in Miyagi Prefecture for the 2nd ever Pikmin Bloom Journey.
Yeah, as you can see, we're all decked out in our Pikmin gear. I have Ame-chan Man's backpack that we've featured in previous journey videos. We've got a handmade detector over here. We're so ready to go. And special thanks to Take-san who drove us here from Akita late last night. And we're all so excited to partake in this massive Pikmin event, despite the forecasted rain. So Take-san, how are you feeling about your first ever Pikmin Bloom live event?
It's very, very exciting.
Yeah, I think so too. We're gonna have a lot of fun today.
Hey, you two, look at your game, and it seems like the event has started.
Oh, that's true. Wow. Okay, the event always seems to start a little bit early, and today it looks like 7:45 a.m., so 15 minutes before the official start time. It has now gone live, and we have received a very special gold seedling for a yellow Pikmin, specifically for the gourmet Pikmin. Why don't we walk and pluck this guy? Let's go. The Pikmin is now ready to pluck. Is everyone ready?
Yes!
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, pluck!
It's the yellow Pikmin! Just when you thought it was about to put something on, turns out this yellow Pikmin is just very hungry. Will some nectar cheer it up? What's this? This hungry yellow Pikmin seems to be very picky about nectar.
Oh.
It's quite demanding.
Oh my gosh.
A real gourmet Pikmin. On a journey through Sendai's special spots, you just might find nectar that satisfies this gourmet Pikmin. Will you go searching together with the yellow Pikmin?
Yes, I will. I will.
Oh, we just got 100 red Cosmos petals!
Nice. So that's the first mission down, and as soon as we pluck this Pikmin, it looks like the special spots have already appeared. Just like the Tokyo Dome event, this Pikmin comes with max friendship right off the bat, and you're unable to release it until after the quest is complete. Not that you ever should. Additionally, the flower that blooms on its head will reflect in the postcard images, so let's start things off by feeding Mr. Gourmet his red Cosmos nectar. We gotta get going, I think, right?
Yeah, we only have like until 6 p.m. today to visit all 19 locations.
Oh, that's a lot. All right, are you guys ready?
Let's go.
Let's go on the Pikmin Bloom Journey, Sendai 2025. Let's go! We've just arrived at Special Spot A, International Center Station. What do you think we'll get here? Maybe a station Pikmin? No, actually we get a mountain decor Pikmin from swiping the special spot here. I guess there's a mountain nearby, but if you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know that I just need a rock Pikmin to complete my mountain decor set, and I really wanted one, and I actually already plucked it, and it turns out it was actually a white Pikmin, unfortunately, but he's still very cute. He's got the little mountain pin badge on his decor there, so it's got the name of the mountain on it. It's about a 10-minute walk to the next special spot, so why don't we go ahead and start planting our red cosmos nectar and get some progress there. And already we've jumped in, all three of us have jumped into one of these festival mushrooms, and it is filling up pretty quickly. It's got over 60 participants already, and it looks like we're gonna need a lot of power to get all 4 stars on that. Hopefully we'll get it. And it ends in about an hour and a half from now, so hopefully it'll be enough. Anyway, let's get walking and start hitting these missions. Mount Aoba is bursting with greenery. Maybe that's why yellow Pikmin look so lively here. Nectar sipped while admiring the scenery tastes extra special. However, it looks like the yellow Pikmin's hunger isn't quite satisfied yet.
We are now at Special Spot B, the bust of Lord Date Masamune in front of Sendai Ryoku Saikan. Now, all Pikmin that we get from this event are special, but this one is extra special because it's the brand new photo button decor Pikmin. It actually has his real photo on it. Well, the next special spot is just a few minutes away, so let's get over there. Yellow Pikmin stand before the statue of Date Masamune. The one-eyed dragon's sharp gaze makes them a little nervous, but they take in their nectar all the same. However, it looks like the yellow Pikmin's hunger isn't quite satisfied yet.
We have just made it to Special Spot C. This is Ohashi Bridge. Of course, swiping the special spot here will give us a bridge pin decor Pikmin. Now, our sets are completely finished, but it's always nice to get the name right there on the pin. Unfortunately, the yellow Pikmin is still unsatisfied with the nectar that we found here. Well, next we have to make it to Nishi Park, where the main venue of the event is. Let's get going. Yellow Pikmin peering over the bridge at the Hirose River. Careful not to slip. If a tiny yellow Pikmin fell in, they wouldn't stand a chance. However, it looks like the yellow Pikmin's hunger isn't quite satisfied yet. So we've been walking quite a bit already, and we made a quick pit stop at the Lawson to get fueled up. A couple of things happened. First, our giant mushroom, our festival mushroom, has finally ended. There was well over 100 participants. We don't know exactly how many because both Jenny and my game crashed when it was going through the full list of names, but we had no problem getting the 4 stars for that. And we ended up getting a ton of nectar and of course the specially designed event postcard. And not only that, but because we've been walking so much, we've already finished our 3000 Red Cosmos mission and unlocked the brand new winged Pikmin decor with the gold present sticker. So once again, we have completed this set. Now we're just waiting for them to release the Rocky Boy at some point. We're headed now to Nishi Park. It's just around the corner, so let's get going. Just like always at these events, visiting the main venue on the morning of the first day is a surefire way to run into old friends while making new ones too. As usual, many people brought their own decor for both themselves and their Pikmin. We were able to exchange so many gifts with different players. I mean, just look at this crazy collection of goodies. Thank you to everyone who took the time to talk with us and for so many cute and also delicious gifts. It's really all the other players that help make events like the Sendai Journey a truly memorable experience. Given it was the main venue, there was a lot to do here, but with limited time on the first day, we'll have to come back to explore tomorrow. For now, let's just swipe the special spot and collect our gifts at the tent.
We have made it to Special Spot D, Sendai Nishi Park. Swiping the special spot here will give us a forest decor Pikmin, and it's also the gift distribution area. As you can see, we've chosen the purple Pikmin and the white Pikmin.
Yeah, so let's take a look at what we got here. First, something that's completely brand new, we have a small advertisement for the Nintendo Today app. It's basically just telling you that, yeah, if you download the Nintendo Today app, it'll have a Pikmin theme, you can check the comics there, and there's even actually a notification here for the Sendai Journey event, which is pretty cool. And as usual, we have the event map, as always. And this one, just like the Tokyo Dome Journey, actually unfolds here. And ta-da! We have our very big map here of the event zone. And here's the backside as well. Backside's here. As always, I have translated a version into English, so it's unofficial, but it gets the job done. That's all we got this time. It also comes in this nice plastic clear file, very similar to what we received at the last journey in Tokyo Dome City. So there's a whole lot of stuff here. There's the mushroom balloon, there's some photo spots, so we probably don't have time today. We got a lot of spots to check out, but we'll definitely come back here tomorrow. For now, let's go on to the next special spot.
Let's go. After racing around the wide-open park, Yellow Pikmin is a little tired, but one sip of nectar and that fatigue vanishes in an instant. Okay, let's keep going together. However, it looks like the Yellow Pikmin's hunger isn't quite satisfied yet.
We have just arrived at Special Spot E, Nishi Park C60 Square, and the C60 refers to this beautiful black train here behind me. Swiping the special spot will get us a park decor Pikmin, and although the map does not indicate it, I have confirmed with Niantic that it is once again a guaranteed 4-leaf clover decor Pikmin. Pretty cool. Not only that, but right over there is the first photo spot of the day. Well, technically second if you count everything that was at the main venue. But yeah, it's just beautiful, beautiful photo spot there. We don't have time right now to really take it in, so let's come back tomorrow. Let's go on to the next one. A magnificent steam locomotive stands in the grass. For tiny yellow Pikmin, it's a little scary. Their curiosity fades and they hide behind you. What if they saw it in motion? However, it looks like the yellow Pikmin's hunger isn't quite satisfied yet. All that walking, and we finally walked 7,000 steps and have completed the second mission. Thus, we have received our white Pikmin with the gold present sticker decor. Now there's just one more mission to do, and that's to get the badge, so we need to keep visiting these special spots and, of course, fill up that hungry, hungry yellow Pikmin. Let's go!
At the iconic Josenji-dori Avenue, the street was lined with 2 flower gates at each end. These decorative arches were brand new for this event. Near the center of the path were 2 different big flower beds, a yellow one and a blue one. Looking up at them made us feel like we were Pikmin looking up at the ones in-game. Hiding in each flower gate and big flower bed were 7 Pikmin, the same ones that could be found around Tokyo Dome's Lacquer Garden stage last year. We made sure to find them all again this time too. We have made it to Special Spot F, Up Baker. Swiping the special spot here will give us a bakery decor Pikmin, which is really good because it will give us 200 rare decor points. Well, there's 2 more special spots like really nearby, so let's get going. The aroma of freshly baked bread drifting from the doorway makes you want to take a deep breath. Even the nectar yellow Pikmin carry has a faint buttery note. However, it looks like the yellow Pikmin's hunger isn't quite satisfied yet.
Up next, we have not 1, but actually 2 special spots side by side. First is Special Spot G. It's the Sendai MediaTek building here behind me. It looks like just a general media hall, but in-game it counts as a library and bookstore, so we'll be getting a cute little Pikmin with a small keychain of the library book on it. Yellow Pikmin bask in the light reflected off the glass, swaying their head in contentment. They love nectar, and maybe sunshine too? However, it looks like the Yellow Pikmin's hunger isn't quite satisfied yet. To tell you the truth, the next special spot was physically a lot further away, but if you'll take a look at the map here, there was a note about construction work being done on Jozenji Avenue, which actually completely prevented access to the iconic statue used in the promotional materials for this event. But that's okay, because Niantic decided to use a similarly designed statue next to the Mediatek as a basis for the in-game location. Let's go check it out.
And over here is the Jozenji Dori Zelkova Avenue. That's the famous landmark here in Sendai of the Japanese elm tree street. It's really, really beautiful. And that one will give us a photo button decor Pikmin, the second one of the day. It's also guaranteed to be red, and it'll come with the image of this other statue on it. Well, our yellow Pikmin's still a little bit hungry, but getting more and more full. Maybe after 2 more special spots, maybe we'll get our decor. Let's go.
The Nectar Yellow Pikmin carry has a distinct Zelkova scent. After a sip, they skip lightly along the avenue where big flowers bloom. Looks like they've taken a liking to this place. However, it looks like the Yellow Pikmin's hunger isn't quite satisfied yet.
We have made it to special spot I, Nakao. Swiping the special spot here will give us a sweet shop decor Pikmin. Despite that, Yellow Pikmin is still not satisfied. Maybe one more will make it happy. Let's go. The Nectar Yellow Pikmin carries a faint aroma of the shop's signature coffee. After a sip, they seem somehow refreshed. However, it looks like the Yellow Pikmin's hunger isn't quite satisfied yet.
The area up ahead was decorated with lots of Pikmin banners. Some were easier to come across than others, but we searched thoroughly down each street, and sure enough, all 7 Pikmin made an appearance. You could also catch a glimpse of a commercial advertising the event on a big screen, making everything feel even more lively.
We have made it to special spot J, Ayumi Books. Swiping the special spot here will give us our second library decor Pikmin of the day.
That's not all. Given that this is our 10th special spot, we have now found a very special message by the Yellow Pikmin. Cool and quiet, just how Yellow Pikmin like it. They're relaxing here. Maybe both people and Pikmin find the scent of books soothing. The Yellow Pikmin seems to have perked right up. Oh? And there it is! Yeah, so the Yellow Pikmin can now go get its decor box. Looks like your refreshed Yellow Pikmin has found a gift. Send the Pikmin out on an expedition. So we did so, and we got our yellow rosette decor. Congratulations! The satisfied Yellow Pikmin has put on a splendid rosette. Your journey together has filled both belly and heart. Keep on being a good friend. We certainly will. And that's not all. We also unlocked our very special Sendai Journey 2025 amazing badge, event exclusive. It looks so good with our other Journey badges. So next week we'll be getting the next one for the Challenge Anywhere event. Wow, our special badges are just really filling up there. Well, as you know, only 10 are required for this whole side quest and main quest and all the special missions. But there are 19 special spots in all, right? Why don't we get going? Because time's running out and we have 9 more to swipe. Let's go.
Just like last year, anyone who purchased the ticket was able to get the rosette decor even if they couldn't finish the main quest. For those who plucked the yellow Pikmin but weren't able to swipe all 10 spots, increasing your friendship, for example by feeding it a nectar, would provide a gift box, which gave the yellow rosette decor once collected. Likewise, if the seedling was obtained but not plucked until after the event ended, it would simply put on the decor after being plucked. These contingencies were put in place to make sure anyone who bought a ticket wouldn't go home empty-handed. but it's of course highly recommended to complete the event as it's the most fun that way.
Welcome to Special Spot K. This is Wade Shrine, one of 3 shrines and temple decor Pikmin that we'll be getting today. It's only in Japan that you can get this decor, so anyone attending this event is really going to luck out and get 3 of them off the bat. But yeah, you can see this beautiful shrine here, so yeah, let's get our fortune decor Pikmin, and that's not all that there is here. First of all, the ceiling is actually just covered with tons of Pikmin banners and whatnot. Beautiful decorations for this event. And over here we actually have our next photo spot. All the loading screen banners are up as usual. We usually have these at the live events. And the second distribution of sun visor, actually 3rd in total. We have the ones that were gifted just from having a ticket. And then we had some free ones near the big mushroom. And now here at this photo spot, there's a second time. So just showing them the game that you're playing Pikmin Bloom, they'll give you 1 more free sun visor, red, blue, or yellow. Anyway, lots more special spots to go. Let's get out of here.
On display, a glittering Mikoshi and guardian lion dogs. Yellow Pikmin peer through the glass, fascinated. It's almost tempting to try carrying it away, isn't it?
We have made it to Special Spot L, Fujisaki Sendai. It's a department store chain up here in the Tohoku region. Swiping the special spot will give us a makeup decor Pikmin. Well, that's 12 down, 7 to go. Let's keep going. At Mauve, the florist by the main entrance, colorful cut flowers fill the display. Drawn by the fragrance, Yellow Pikmin is in a dreamy mood, and the nectar they carry even picks up a fresh floral note.
We've now just arrived at Special Spot M, Nonaka Jinja Shrine. Swiping the special spot here will give us our second fortune decor Pikmin of the day. And although the level of luck that the Pikmin will receive is random between all the levels of luck, the fact that we're able to participate in the big journey event here in Sendai today means our luck is already maxed out. So why don't we go on inside, get to the next special spot.
Rows of matchmaking charms catch the yellow Pikmin's eye. May this journey bring many happy encounters, with delicious nectar along the way.
We are now in Special Spot N, Iroha Yokocho. When I saw the postcard picture, it looked really familiar, and that's because we've been here a couple of times in the past to check out the La Fresco Kifuta. Swiping the special spot here will give us a coin decor Pikmin, and you know what that means? Let's go spend some coins. Yellow Pikmin stare wide-eyed at the cluster of retro shops. Then right before its eyes, a well appeared, right from the Showa era. The moment they spot a tiled creature in the wash basin, Yellow Pikmin almost bolts.
Not too far away from the shopping street, we've now arrived at Special Spot O. This is Maison Coelacanth, with this nice coelacanth mascot on there. It's a kind of cool cafe, and yet swiping the special spot will give us, interestingly, a special decor, and this one will give afternoon tea. It could be any color, and it's just kind of interesting that we are able to receive these outside of the special event time. But yeah, we don't have time for tea today. Let's go to the next spot.
Chilled sweets line the display case. Yellow Pikmin stare through the glass. Then, after a sip of nectar, they set off satisfied. For Pikmin, nectar really is the best.
We have made it to Special Spot B, the Abe Kamabokoten main shop. Swiping the special spot here will give us a guaranteed white cheese decor Pikmin. They actually sell cheese balls in there, so I think that's why they chose white Pikmin, because it's the only cheese Pikmin with a round-shaped cheese on it. And we couldn't help but try some. Well, now let's move on to the next spot. Yellow Pikmin, having taken in a faintly ocean-scented nectar, are completely captivated by the famous Hyotan Age. Maybe it's the way the pieces line up, just like droplets of nectar?
We have just arrived at Special Spot Q, the first time we've ever had this many special spots. If they keep adding more every event, they're eventually going to run out of alphabet letters. But we are at Mitaki-san Fudoin Temple. This is actually a very busy shopping street, but nestled in here is actually a traditional Japanese temple. Pretty cool thing. Swiping the special spot will give us a Fortune Decor Pikmin, the third one of the day. Well, we got 2 more spots to visit. Let's get going.
Yellow Pikmin arrives at a temple with a hint of splendor. They almost started running around, but this is a temple. Let's behave ourselves.
Special spot R is Miyagi Michinoko Kaitaku Market. Swiping the special spot here will give us a supermarket decor Pikmin. Whether we get a banana Pikmin or a mushroom Pikmin, it's all good because either way we'll get our 200 rare decor points. Now it's time for the last special spot of the day. Let's go. Yellow Pikmin gazes at the fresh produce with sparkling eyes. The nectar from here seems especially tasty. Telling it apart from their usual fruit nectar, now that's a true gourmet Pikmin.
There were many times that we got distracted throughout the day. Whether it was some strategically placed merch or the occasional claw machine, the Pikmin really caught our eyes. Ah, so close. So since it was already getting late, we decided to skip the last photo spot and save it for day 2.
Today's journey has led us to this last spot. We are now at Special Spot S. S for Sendai Station. That's a lot of S's.
It is.
Well, swiping the special spot here will give us a ticket decor Pikmin, and as always, it's nice to get these ticket decors because it has the name of the station on it.
Sendai Station is bustling with souvenirs galore. The Nectar Pikmin carry even has a bright, fresh hint of Zunda.
We've had a long day. I'm pretty tired. How about you?
Really tired, but I had a lot of fun.
So because we had the 2-day active pass, we had all these bonuses. We've been plucking Pikmin left and right. We used our detector and got some bonus seedlings and bonus fruit. And because we have this 2-day pass, we're going to be coming back again tomorrow to a lot of the spots that we missed, some of the photo spots and other things that we didn't get to spend a lot of time at, get to socialize with more players. So I'm really looking forward to having a more relaxing day. But getting through those 19 special spots was a ton of work, but I'm so glad that we made it to all of them before 6 p.m.
Yeah, we still have like an hour to spare.
Yeah, surprisingly. All right, I think it's time to head back to the hotel.
Yes.
Good night. Good morning. It's time for day 2. Our main goals for day 2 were simple. We decided to visit each photo spot in reverse order, starting from the one near Sendai Station and then ending the day at Nishi Park to see everything there in detail and do the AR photo booth. Of course, with the planter pack attracting a lot of attention, we stopped to talk with countless people along the way.
It was a good thing that we didn't miss the photo spot near Sendai Station, since there were staff members handing out stickers there. Not only that, they featured an all-new design this time with a blue leaf hat decor, a yellow Pikmin, and a red macaron decor. At some of the early live events, these stickers show the Pikmin Bloom logo. Then they were updated to the Pikmin on smartphone ones about a year later. Now we can finally see some adorable decor Pikmin being represented.
At the next photo spot, the one with the sun visors, we got some yellow Pikmin hats by showing off our game so we could have something to wear in the AR photo booth later on. Making our way back to the Zelkova Tree Avenue, we spent some time admiring the flower gates and big flower beds one last time, and ran into friends along the way. One thing that adds to the overall atmosphere of these live events is that they have speakers set up at various points along the streets that play music from Pikmin Bloom. Take a listen to this familiar tune. With the big flowers towering overhead and the music playing in the background, it really made us feel like we were part of the game. After stopping by the C60 Square for a last look at the wonderfully decorated Sendai photo spot, we finally headed over to Nishi Park to see the many things we missed the day before.
We stopped by the big photo spot. With its triangle shape, it displayed 3 different images of the journey. The first was of the promotional artwork. Next was a giant copy of the map with the 19 special spots on it. And finally, the descriptions of all 19 locations, which included a QR code that could be scanned to see them all in Google Maps.
As late afternoon approached, the crowds began to thin out. What was once a bustling gift distribution area became a quiet place of Pikmin Bloom meditation. If you're looking for the perfect time to have some space all to yourself for some photo ops, the second day a couple of hours before the event ends is the time to do it. Finally, it was time to see the last corner of the event. The field with the giant mushroom balloon. Be warned, if you wear a Pikmin sun visor and pass by the mushroom, the spirit of the Pikmin will take over your brain and you'll be compelled to attack. Hey, behave yourselves! Can't you read the sign? At the end of the day, we made some new friends we discovered were also visiting all the way from Akita.
Surrounding the mushroom field were several more flower pots. Can you guess what was hiding in them? That's right, there were 7 more Pikmin waiting to be found here. The second day was especially windy, so Niantic decided to remove the AR photo booth backdrop, which we saw being used on the first day. Since we were the only ones in line, we were able to have an AR photo VIP experience. Special thanks to Grant for all his hard work running the AR machine at many of these events.
One video, woohoo! Yay, Pikmin, yay, woohoo! And we're doing a photo in 3, 2, 1, pose! Perfect. Nice.
That's how it's done.
Here's a rare behind-the-scenes moment we managed to capture thanks to the lack of a line and the staff graciously giving us the opportunity to do so. After our all-you-can-eat AR photo experience, we noticed the sun was starting to set, and so too came the end of our incredible journey experience. The staff began taking down the event decorations, and it was time for us to think about our long drive home. But first, some closing remarks.
As you can see, the sun is setting. We are in Nishi Park for the end of the Sendai journey, day 2. Jenny, how are you feeling?
Tired, but really happy about the 2 days that we had.
Yeah, what was your favorite part of the whole event?
Well, Sendai has always had a very special place in my heart because it was the first ever prefecture we've traveled to together when we first got to Japan.
That's true.
But yeah, it's always nice to see our old friends and meet new ones along the way.
We met so many new people this time.
A lot.
So many. And what do you think, what could be improved for next time's experience?
I think my game crashed like a lot too.
That's
It
true.
was bad.
Yeah, especially with the mushroom battles. Every single festival mushroom, all 6 that I did, crashed during the final screen. So I think they really need to work on that. I don't know if it's just my phone being old, but it was really overheating and doing a lot. When I think of festival mushrooms, it's a small thing, but I would love to see this big mushroom balloon in the theme of a festival mushroom.
How about you? What was your favorite thing?
Oh, I'm just gonna 100% steal what you said. Meeting all these new Pikmin friends, and of course, always seeing our old Pikmin friends is always one of the top highlights of these live events. Especially the fact that for the first time ever, Take-san actually got to join us from Akita. And speaking of, why don't we go see what he thought of the event?
Let's go.
What was your favorite part of the journey event?
やっぱり西公園
Nishi Park, yeah.
Yes, yes.
And if there could be one thing to improve for next time,
あ、はい。
what
はい
should be better?
このサンバイザー、これの白、紫、岩、あと羽のやつが欲しいね、無料で。
Right? Yeah, I agree.
Yes, yes.
Right. So yeah, the sun visors that they give out for free, they're only in the original 3 colors, but all 7 Pikmin now exist in the form of sun visors, so they should be giving even the new colors for free. And now it's the second journey they've done these new colors, so I agree, yeah. Let's get some more color variety for the free ones. But I think it's time to head back to Akita. It's a long drive.
Oh,
Nagai drive.
okay.
Can you do it? Daijoubu desu ka?
Okay, 大丈夫よ。
Okay,
はい
let's head back to Akita. Thank you so much for coming with us on today's Sendai Pikmin Bloom Journey, and see you next time.
バイバイ。
Goodbye.